Well, here you are back on Night Sounds, Barry and Joe. Well, that was a nice conversation we had with Pete from the Sweet Kill, some dark wave music from Southern California. I don't think you can't. I think you can use the word timeless for that kind of music, wouldn't you say, Joe?
I don't know if timeless is the right word.
But because does it turn retro now that you're making current music that fits in with like Joy Division and
yeah, I guess it would be more retro than I think more retro. But here's the other thing: is it really dark wave? Because Pete was even himself saying it's just gothic, and then we get into like and then we're like now we're going down the rabbit hole of like different subgenres of different genres of different music, and then it's sometimes it comes down to your own personal kind of preference. So there's not like some big dude in the sky that's like, you are a rock band, you are a vaporware band, you my friend.
There's not. Oh man,
band.
That ruins so many things that I was thinking. There's not really a person that defines everything. Oh
no, I guess the who would be the definitive source online? Probably like allmusic.com, because I don't trust like the Academy of music when it comes to like how they put things in different categories. Because I was just reading this great story about the first year the Grammys introduced the heavy metal hard rock category.
Who was in it? Please tell me.
Okay, it was some fantastic bands. Like Metallica was in there. And it was like Slayer and it was like big bands that actually were like metal or very hard rock. And then one other band out of all these 10 bands, all those heavy metal bands, and Jethro Tull.
Okay, well maybe. Listen.
And then guess who? Guess who won? Guess who won?
Jethro Tull won, didn't
Jethro Tull. Watching the video is fantastic because all the other people in the audience, everyone thought it was a mistake, and there was complete silence for like a minute. And then absolute hilarious laughter at all of these people going, Jethro Tull, actually, do you even have any idea what metal is? They all were just laughing, and that destroyed the credibility of the Academy for all of those bands moving forward. So just a fun story, So I don't know. I don't know who sets the genres, but the Academy.
Probably the same guys at the Academy are in charge today, to this day. 99-year-old guys saying Olivia Rodrigo.
Best hard rock act
right?
of the new year.
No, earlier before we talked to Pete, I did have a chance to play Ride for you, Joe.
Yeah. And, did you like it? It's good
Vapor
stuff,
Trail
right?
from Ride. That could have been released yesterday or 25 years ago or older.
It was older. I love that song. That Vapor Trail was, I think, my introduction to vaporware, and that kind of music. And it's still like to this day, I could still like play it in the back of my head. It's a great song.
Well, Joe, I did want to bring something up because just to remind you that the computers are taking over and they are listening to every word you're saying at all times.
Of course.
Probably even when you unplug them from the wall, they're still somehow. And I was looking up this story from 2017. I thought you might find this hilarious. There was a 6-year-old girl, and she got famous for being on the news. She used Amazon Alexa to order a $160 dollhouse and 4 pounds of cookies.
Nice.
You remember these old stories where they would, and here's something that happened in the wacky news department, and then TVs would go and interview the reporter would go and interview the little girl.
Sure.
So when a San Diego TV station did a news report on this little girl, she was interviewed and she said, on TV and like on the microphone, Alexa ordered me a dollhouse. Well, that caused Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. This caused Alexa devices everywhere to order just what you saw happen to me.
That's great.
And I love these kinds of stories because, somewhere somebody has, no protection on that. Because they got sick of saying, are you sure? So these dollhouses just started appearing. The post office is like, well, there's a sudden influx on dollhouse purchases. Dollhouse companies were like, yes, we beat our quotas.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Our advertising must work, and it's just an Alexa glitch.
So what, did that happen again? That was 2017. Did that happen again? Is it happening more?
Well, it just happened to me, and I'm sorry if it happened to you listening while you're listening to this. But no, it's just a reminder there that everything is listening, and when you Google something or you're looking on your social devices and something comes up that you just talked about or thought about, I still think that's too creepy to ignore, Joe. I don't think that's just normal.
I don't even see it anymore. To be honest with you, I don't even see ads at all anymore. I have been so desensitized that I just flip right through it, flip past it, don't even look. I am the type of guy who now gets really annoyed by commercials. So yeah, you know what? We pay that $3 extra on Amazon Prime so I don't have to watch the commercials during Jack Ryan.
Well, you're about to get a different type of ad, Joe, and I'll leave you with this thought because my sweetie just brought this to my attention. Mm-hmm. Somebody on Twitter, on X, said that a pretty girl came up to them and asked them, would you like some coffee? Do you like coffee? And the guy said, yeah, I like coffee, with anticipation. Of course, pretty girl comes up to you, like coffee? And then, so the guy said, yeah, and so the girl said, well, I just opened up a coffee shop right down the street. And if you go there, you get 15% off. And the guy said that he experienced a real life ad break in that moment.
That's just grassroots marketing and something I've been personally doing for over 30 years. It's
a real life ad break.
I think it's a brilliant marketing idea. Way to go.
I think we should do more of this. Do you know any attractive looking people, Joe, or outwardly spoken people that can go ask people if they like two dudes talking on the radio? Can you think of anyone?
How much money we have, man.
Maybe we can ask that dude Tyler we talked to earlier that looks like that other guy.
He is very attractive. Maybe he'll do it for us. Who knows?
All right. Well, thanks for listening anyway, no matter how you got here. This is Night Sounds.